Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Houston Sports Talk back another video day. And today the Dallas Cowboys have traded for wide receiver Jonathan Mingo, who was a second-round pick for the Carolina Panthers last year in the 2023 NFL Draft. There have been quite a handful of trades, not just today, but in these last couple of weeks. We've seen teams making moves in the last 2 or 3 weeks. And this trade right here, I think, is the worst trade I've seen. Now, it's not just because the fact it's the Cowboys, and I absolutely despise the Cowboys. It's not just because it's just the Cowboys. For me, it's not because of the player they're receiving. I actually think Jonathan Mingo is a solid wide receiver, and I think even though the Cowboys suck, I think he's going to be in a better system, in a better football team than he was before. Not much of a better football team, but he will be on a football team, no disrespect to the Panthers or Bryce Young, but he will be on a football team that is more involved and better in the pass game with the Dallas Cowboys compared to the Carolina Panthers. I'm not trying to hype up the Cowboys or, say anything impressive, about the Cowboys. It's just saying that the Cowboys are better pretty much in the only thing the Cowboys aren't better than the Panther. The only thing that the Cowboys don't have that the Panthers have is a running game. Chuba Hubbard is a monster. I watched how good he was against the Saints last week. That dude is a stud. But that's really the only thing that I think the Panthers beat the Cowboys out in. So, and that's not saying much about the Cowboys. It's just saying they're better than the Panthers in pretty much every category outside of the run game. But so I like Mingo going to Dallas. I think that will be better for his career. But for what they are giving up for him, it is absolutely ridiculous. Let's go over what Dallas is giving up for Mr. Jonathan Mingo. The Panthers are trading second-year wide receiver Jonathan Mingo and a 2025 seventh-round pick to the Dallas Cowboys. In return, the Cowboys give up a fourth-round pick. What the hell is with that? This is crazy. The Chiefs, Super Bowl champion, two-time Super Bowl champion, gave up less for DeAndre Hopkins, who, even though he was struggling a little bit before with Tennessee, is an absolute stud wide receiver. And what did he do last night? 90 receiving yards and 2 touchdowns. I don't expect Jonathan Mingo to come in and do stuff like that. He might make some solid catches. He might go out there and maybe give you 40 yards a game potentially. But that's not worth a fourth-round pick at all. So this I think maybe for Dallas this is potentially a project. Like, we want Mingo to improve over the next couple of years. But to give up a fourth-round pick for him, I think is crazy. I just think it's crazy. I think he could be a solid addition for the Cowboys. But what ruins it for me is what they're giving up. He actually might be a solid player for them. It's just the fact of what they gave up to get him. And I have a uncle who is a diehard Cowboys fan, and I texted him messing the crap out of him and messing with him about the Cowboys after this trade, saying, Jerry's an idiot, all the normal stuff a Cowboys hater will say to a Cowboys fan. And I didn't expect the response of the entire organization is trash. It's hard to have a Cowboys fan, admit that, but he was willing to admit that. So, I think Mingo can be solid for Dallas. I actually like the Mingo addition for the Cowboys. What I hate about this trade is the fact that they gave up a fourth-round pick for the dude who doesn't even have 130 receiving yards this season. And in his rookie season as a second-round pick, only had 400 receiving yards. Like, 400 is solid, but for a second-round pick, that's not great potential for a second-round pick. And what has he done in his second year? He's been worse with 130. So let me know your thoughts on the Panthers, trading Jonathan Mingo to the Dallas Cowboys in the comment section, and peace out.